You know, residents at a low-income housing complex in Knoxville have raised some serious issues about their living conditions.
And they say that there are problems with security, elevators that don't work, there's mold and water leaks inside apartments, and much more.
Yeah, so WAT6 on your side consumer reporter Don Dare was invited by residents to see for himself what they're concerned about. Don?
Well, that's right, Bo. The place needs repairs, and the management company admitted that in a statement. In Knoxville, there are apartment communities that offer reduced rents to people with low income. The U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development, HUD, provides funding through a housing assistance payment to some residents of Morningside Gardens. While the complex is operated by a private company, the federal government has oversight.
Will you please come?
I'll come to your apartment.
Right now.
Let's go.
Come on, come on.
Gwen McClendon was one of several residents who wanted us to see firsthand what she and others are concerned about at the Morningside Gardens complex in East Knoxville. She said the hole in her kitchen ceiling has never been repaired after water leaked down the wall above her sink. In her bedroom closet, ceiling tiles have never been replaced, and the disabled fire alarm has never been fixed.
I got mice that's in my bed. They in my bed. The bathroom light don't work. The apartment leaks everywhere in the ceiling. It's black mold in my house. It's horrible.
In Amy Williams' apartment, she pointed out water leaks in the ceiling to her unit.
That mold and all of them leaks and stuff in this corner and around up under my blinds all the way across. And it leaks every time it rains.
How long has your heating and air system looked like that?
Since I've been here. We only got one maintenance guy, and he does do the best that he can, and he do his job. It's the property management and corporate office's fault to me.
Millennium Management out of Ohio operates the Morningside Gardens apartments. A couple of hundred people who need affordable housing live in the 45-year-old apartment community that has 7 buildings.
I've been in about 7 or 8 years. This place ain't never been like this. Never.
For example, doors to some of the buildings are broken and don't lock.
Door handle's missing. It's ajar. It does not securely lock, sir. Even if you was to use that, you don't need to because it literally is broken.
Here's a security camera. Its lens has been painted over. There are elevators that don't work, yet people are in wheelchairs.
But we still can't wash because of the water still drops out of the wash machine into the floor, so there's no washing, period, really.
In one of the laundry areas, this washing machine is out of order. Judy Pelcher showed us another machine that doesn't work either. The water hose to it is disconnected. Mrs. Pelcher has another issue, mailboxes that are unsecured. Many have no doors, leaving mail vulnerable to theft. She said it wasn't until last week that mail delivery was resumed in her building.
The mailman said the elevator had been down for 2 months and there was no lighting in the hallway, and he said he just was not going to deliver, and all the mailboxes were open and destroyed.
Several of those we talked with said they can't afford to live anywhere else. They're grateful to have an affordable government-subsidized apartment, but they'd like to see repairs made within a reasonable amount of time once problems are made known to management. We contact Millennia. In a 2-page note to 6 on Your Side, Millennia says, the buildings are aging and some equipment has reached the end of its useful life. Long-term plans are in place for a substantial rehabilitation of the apartment community. The company says a veteran property manager was recently assigned and efforts are underway to address many of the conditions you have noted. Millennia told us 2 elevators have recently been overhauled but are not operating because repairmen are waiting on essential parts. Missing mailbox doors are currently being refabricated, we were told. And Millennia says security doors have been repaired numerous times, but vandalism continues to be an issue.
You just want a better and safer place.
Yes, that's what I want. For everybody over here. Just not only me, everybody.
Now, Millennia also told us there are 5 leaky hot water tanks inside units that need to be replaced. They are in order. The company says there are open maintenance positions to beef up the maintenance department, And management has recently started distributing weekly maintenance notices to residents. And earlier this month, Millennia said it signed a contract with the Knoxville Police Department to pursue any criminal activity on the property. Now, in a statement sent to us just a few moments ago, HUD said all repairs are required to be made under the Housing Assistance Contract to ensure safe and sanitary conditions for residents. Seems like there is an effort to make improvements over there, Bo.
Yeah, let's hope so there, Don. Thank you so much for taking a look at that. You know, if you have a consumer question for Don, send him an email at ddare@wat.com. You can also call a 6 on Your Side hotline number, 865-633-5974.